Police investigate alleged drowning of Jagadwar Mohan. Authorities are investigating the circumstances surrounding the alleged drowning of 29-year-old Jagadwar Mohan, a laborer from Lusignan pasture. Mohan is believed to have drowned on Saturday between 7:10 a.m. and 7:25 a.m. at the Annandale Access Road/Sideline Dam area. According to reports from police headquarters, Mohan was with two men collecting pori leaf from a trench when he reportedly slipped into a deep section of the waterway and became submerged. The two men later pulled him from the water in an unconscious state. Emergency medical technicians who responded to the scene pronounced him dead. Investigators examined Mohan's body and reported that there were no visible marks of violence. His body has since been taken to the Memorial Gardens funeral home for storage, pending a post-mortem examination. The investigation into the incident is ongoing as police seek to determine the exact circumstances of Mohan's drowning. Images of explosive device retrieved from suspect's phone in mobile gas station bombing. Guyana News reports investigators have retrieved images of the explosive device used in the deadly mobile gas station bombing from the cell phone of the prime suspect, Daniel Alexander Ramirez Piodomo, according to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham. The explosives experts are currently examining images of the device. Blanham stated during an interview with Guyana News, confirming that investigators are working to determine the specific type of explosives involved in the terrorist act. The bombing, which occurred around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 26th, resulted in the tragic death of 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and injured 7 others, including young cousins, an aunt, and a 71-year-old grandmother. Reports indicate that Piodomo, along with an accomplice, allegedly used a KFC food run as a cover to scout the gas station prior to the attack. A senior police officer revealed that on the day of the bombing, Piodomo and his accomplice drove to Georgetown with a female associate and a hired taxi driver. After parking near the gas station, the female accomplice purchased food at KFC, allowing the suspects to conduct surveillance on the station. Subsequent investigations revealed that the suspects entered Guyana illegally via a backtrack route in the Pomeroon River, before being dropped off at Purika, East Bank, Essequibo. They then made their way to Georgetown, where the bombing occurred. As of now, the Guyana police force is holding approximately 9 suspects, including Piodomo, who was captured on surveillance camera setting the device that triggered the explosion. Blanham reported at a press conference that Piodomo and his accomplice have connections to a Venezuelan gang known as R, which is linked to the notorious Sindicato gang, involved in multiple violent crimes across borders. Investigators have determined that the explosive device was activated moments after Piodomo exited the vehicle and entered the mobile gas station. CCTV footage shows Piodomo, dressed in a blue jersey, black trousers, and a khaki hat, attempting to place a bulky black bag in a bin at the pump station, but an attendant prevented him from doing so. He then moved to the area where cooking gas was stored. Shortly thereafter, the vehicle carrying Soraya Bourne and her family was seen reversing before the bomb detonated, propelling them into the air. The Guyana police force has committed to pursuing all leads in collaboration with local, regional, and international counterparts, including Interpol. A special investigative task force has been established, consisting of members from the Major Crimes Investigation Unit, Criminal Investigations Department, and various regional divisions, supported by intelligence and forensic experts. The investigation is under the continuous oversight of the Commissioner of Police and senior officers. Mother raises alarm over child abuse allegations. Mary Garraway has come forward with serious allegations concerning the treatment of her son by his father after a recent incident involving physical discipline. Garraway, who is the mother of a grade 6 student, explained that she decided to send her child to live with his father in Haslington to facilitate his school schedule. His school, Golden Grove Primary, starts at 8 a.m., and he has lessons in Nabaklis at 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, during school sports day, both Garraway and the child's father were present to support their son. Following the event, the child expressed a desire to return home with his mother. Garraway instructed him to confirm with his teacher whether there was school the next day. After inquiring, her son was informed that there were no classes. His father also agreed to let him go with Garraway. However, on Friday morning, The father called Garraway to question their son about the teacher's statement. The child reiterated what the teacher had told him. Later that day, after Garraway sent her son home for his Saturday lessons, she received alarming news. According to her, the father beat the child with a guava whip for allegedly lying about school attendance. Garraway reported that her son sent her pictures of his injuries, prompting her to confront the father about the incident. I told him if the child said he had no school and he informed both of us, he has no right to beat him like that, Garraway stated. The father responded by telling her to come and collect her child. Upon arriving, Garraway found her son's belongings outside and him alone in the dark. Feeling that the situation warranted immediate attention, Garraway went to the police station, where she was provided with a blank medical paper to document her son's injuries. She is now seeking assistance from the Minister of Education, Sonia Parag, urging authorities to take action in this troubling case. Garraway expressed her frustration, stating, "If nothing can be done for this in this country, then something is wrong." She hopes that by sharing her story, more attention will be drawn to the issue of child welfare and protection in Guyana. Attorney General announces additional extradition requests in Mohammed case. Qatar News reports, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal SC has indicated that more extradition requests are forthcoming related to the gold smuggling indictment against businessman Azruddin Mohammed and his father, Nazar Mohammed. The announcement was made during an interview on the National Communications Network, NCN, shortly after the father-son duo appeared before a magistrate regarding their extradition request. I am told that in the course of next week, we will get some more extradition requests. Perhaps the Mohammeds will feel a little better once that is made public, and we will make that public once we receive them, Nandlal stated, emphasizing transparency in the process. During the interview, the Attorney General addressed allegations linking government officials to the case. He remarked, "The allegation, indictment, and other supporting documents in the OFAC sanctions indicate that the Mohammeds bribed government officials. I don't understand how the Mohammeds can be mystified about who those officials are." Nandlal encouraged the Mohammeds to clarify any questions regarding the alleged bribery instead of leaving it open for speculation. He assured the public that the case against the businessmen would become more intriguing in the coming weeks as the legal process unfolds. The next step is for the state to disclose to the defense the paperwork received from the United States, allowing them to prepare for the hearing, he explained. The Attorney General also sought to alleviate concerns that the extradition proceedings are politically motivated, asserting that the process is a statutory measure established between sovereign states. He stressed that the extradition request originated from the highest levels of the U.S. federal government, which remains independent of the Guyana government's influence. The request for extradition came from the United States government on October 30th, under the authority of Secretary of State Marco Rubio and the Department of Justice, Nandlal stated. For anyone to think the government of Guyana can influence such high authorities in the U.S. is fanciful thinking. He further clarified that the Mohammeds had prior knowledge of the impending extradition, which was delayed due to American elections and a federal government shutdown affecting key agencies. Nandlal emphasized that the allegations against the Mohammeds are serious, stating, "They have been indicted by a court of law in southern Florida for fraud exceeding $50 billion US. The American government is requesting their presence to answer these charges. Where is the politics in that?" He reaffirmed the Guyana government's commitment to fulfilling its international obligations regarding extradition requests, ensuring due process and the constitutional rights of any implicated individuals. "We will discharge those obligations faithfully and in accordance with law, as part of our commitment to international cooperation and diplomacy," Nandlal concluded. Water disruption in Amelia's Ward, Linden. Urgent call for action. Residents of Amelia's Ward in Linden are currently facing a prolonged disruption in their water supply, causing significant inconvenience for households that rely on a steady flow of water for daily needs. Mark Goring has raised concerns about the situation, appealing to the relevant authorities to urgently investigate the cause of the disruption. He is calling for a technical team to be dispatched to the affected areas to assess and rectify the issue without further delay. Furthermore, Goring urges the Public Relations Department to provide an official update to the public regarding the nature of the problem and the steps being taken to resolve it before the end of the day. He emphasizes that transparency and timely communication are crucial in reassuring residents that their concerns are being addressed. Access to water is essential for healthy living, and the people of Linden deserve a reliable supply, Goring stated, stressing the importance of immediate action to restore normalcy and alleviate the challenges faced by residents. Water is life, and we cannot overlook the importance of ensuring that every household has access to it. He concluded, highlighting the urgency of the situation. 3 hospitalized after serious accident on Industry Public Road. 3 men are currently hospitalized with serious injuries following a collision that occurred on the Industry Public Road, commonly known as the number 19 road, on Friday night. The injured individuals have been identified as Ganesh Singh, 24, of Hope Bath Settlement, West Coast Burbis; Ronald Scott, 25, of Lot 4 Kildonan, Quarantine, Burbis; and Cloyd Davis, 26, of Lot 10J, Limlair, Quarantine, Burbis. Reports indicate that around 10 p.m., motorcar PAG 4678, driven by Scott with Davis as a passenger, was traveling east in the northern lane. Meanwhile, motorcar PAB 7500, driven by Singh, was heading west in the southern lane. Singh reportedly lost control of his vehicle, colliding with the front right side of Scott's car. As a result of the impact, Scott's vehicle was forced onto the northern side of the road, facing west, while Singh's car ended up in a trench on the southern side. Emergency services were called to the scene, including the police and emergency medical technicians from the New Amsterdam fire station. They had to cut parts of Scott's vehicle to extract him. He was transported to the New Amsterdam Public Hospital in an unconscious state, where he, along with the others, received medical treatment. A breathalyzer test administered to Singh at the New Amsterdam Public Hospital indicated alcohol levels of 61 and 69 micrograms in his breath. As of now, Singh is admitted to the male surgical ward, while Scott is in the intensive care unit, ICU, and is reported to be in stable condition. Davis was transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital for further medical attention on Saturday at approximately 6:30 a.m. Investigations into the accident are ongoing, and authorities are working to determine the circumstances surrounding the collision. Guyana Police Force urges citizens to report suspicious activity. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, is urging all citizens and residents to remain vigilant and promptly report any suspicious persons, activities, or movements observed within their communities or public spaces. The GPF emphasizes that maintaining safety and security is a shared responsibility. Early reporting of suspicious behavior can play a crucial role in preventing unlawful acts and ensuring the well-being of everyone in the community. Citizens are encouraged to report any unusual behaviors, such as individuals loitering or acting in a concerning manner. The public can contact the Force Control 24-hour Operations Center at any of the following numbers: 227-1149, 227-1611, 225-8196, 225-6940, 226-1389, 227-1148, 227-2128, 227-1141. For immediate assistance, individuals can also reach out to the emergency hotline at 911. The GPF assures that all information provided will be treated with the strictest confidence. In closing, the Guyana Police Force expresses gratitude to the public for their continued cooperation and partnership in maintaining peace and security across the nation. Man found dead inside a black Nissan Bluebird. HGP Nightly News reports crime scene investigators are probing the circumstances surrounding the death of 34-year-old Imran Khan from Bagotstown, East Bank Demerara. His body was discovered inside a black Nissan Bluebird, license plate PWW 946, around 4:15 p.m. on Friday, October 31, 2025, on 1st Street, Mon Repos South. According to police reports, the vehicle was parked on the southern side of the road, with Khan's body found in the front passenger seat, leaning toward the driver's side. Authorities noted that there were no visible marks of violence observed on the body. Detectives have processed the scene, collecting personal items from the vehicle for further examination. The car has been lodged for forensic checks, and investigators are currently reviewing CCTV footage from the area. Several individuals have also been interviewed as part of the inquiry. Khan's body has been transported to the Memorial Gardens funeral home, where it will await an autopsy to determine the cause of death. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are working to uncover the circumstances leading to this tragic event. Police seized 9.45 pounds of marijuana during Lombard Street operation. Ranks of the Guyana police force conducted an intelligence-led operation on Saturday, November 1, 2025, along Lombard Street in Georgetown, resulting in the seizure of 9.45 pounds of suspected marijuana. During the operation, police intercepted a motor canter and conducted a search of the vehicle and its driver, a 33-year-old truck driver from 1 Mile, Linden. In the back of the canter, officers discovered a camouflage bag containing 2 bulky parcels of suspected marijuana. The suspect was cautioned and subsequently arrested. He was escorted to the Ruimveldt police station, where the suspected narcotics were weighed in his presence, confirming the total weight of 9.45 pounds. The suspect remains in custody as investigations continue. The police are committed to tackling drug-related offenses and ensuring the safety of the community. Further updates will be provided as the investigation progresses. VPAC calls out ERC for double standards in handling offensive behavior. The Vigilant Political Action Committee, VPAC, has expressed strong concerns regarding the Ethnic Relations Commission's, ERC, handling of 2 recent cases involving racially and religiously offensive behavior, highlighting a troubling double standard that demands attention. In a statement released on May 8, 2025, the ERC condemned performer Baby Skello for a song depicting the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, labeling it as blasphemous, vulgar, and deeply offensive. Following this condemnation, the commission pursued legal avenues, resulting in police action and the artist's detention. In stark contrast, the ERC's response to Ms. Jennifer Ally, who made racially insensitive comments on social media on October 30, 2025, was markedly different. Instead of referring the case to law enforcement, the ERC announced that Ms. Ally would undergo counseling and inclusivity training, asserting that the commission does not have prosecutorial authority. VPAC noted the significant disparity in the commission's approach to the 2 cases, describing it as striking and deeply concerning. The organization pointed out that this pattern suggests a bias in which individuals of African descent face swift punishment, while those of East Indian descent receive more lenient treatment. This kind of unequal treatment feeds the perception that justice in Guyana depends on who you are, not what you do, VPAC stated. The committee emphasized that such a disparity undermines the ERC's constitutional responsibility to promote fairness and harmony among all ethnic groups. To foster national unity, VPAC insists that the ERC must apply the same standards to all individuals, regardless of race, class, or social connections. The organization is calling for the Commission to provide a clear explanation of its decision-making processes and to commit to consistency, transparency, and equal treatment under the law. Anything less will only weaken public trust and deepen the divisions that continue to haunt our society, VPAC concluded, urging the ERC to reevaluate its practices and ensure equitable treatment for all citizens. GPF investigates alleged child abuse incident in Haslington. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, is currently investigating an alleged incident of child abuse that reportedly occurred on Friday, October 31, 2025, at the Haslington Railway embankment. A 25-year-old mother reported that her 11-year-old son was physically assaulted by his father during a misunderstanding. Following the report, both the mother and child were interviewed, and statements were obtained. The child underwent examination by a medical practitioner, and a medical certificate has been submitted as part of the investigation. The father, a 26-year-old real estate agent from Haslington, was arrested and is currently in police custody, where he is assisting with the investigation. The GPF has stated that investigations are ongoing, and further updates will be provided as the inquiry progresses. The police are commit. President Ali calls gas station attack a vile assault on Guyana. President Dr. Irfan Ali has condemned last Sunday's gas station attack as a vile assault on the nation, emphasizing that justice will be pursued relentlessly. This attack bore all the hallmarks of terrorism. It was an attempt to sow fear and chaos, to destabilize, to create tension, President Ali stated during his address at the Guyana Defense Force's 60th anniversary Thanksgiving service at the National Cultural Center on Saturday. The horrific explosion occurred at the mobile gas station located at Regent and King Streets, resulting in the tragic death of 6-year-old Soraya Bourne and injuries to several others. Daniel Alexander Ramirez Piedomo, a Venezuelan national believed to be associated with a notorious gang, has confessed to the attack. He reportedly admitted to investigators that he carried out the assault just hours after entering Guyana from Venezuela via boat. Piedomo, along with several accomplices, is currently in police custody as the investigation continues. President Ali assured the public that all perpetrators will be brought to justice and previously hinted that the death penalty may be pursued in this case. Despite the gravity of the situation, the president urged Guyanese to avoid violence or aggression in response to the incident. We cannot paint all immigrants with the same brush. Hatred is not the answer to hatred. Fear must not drive our national policy, he stated. He reiterated that Guyana will remain a compassionate nation, but one that is also vigilant against those who seek to exploit us. In his remarks regarding the attack, President Ali expressed confidence in the capabilities of local security forces. He noted that collaborative, intelligence-led efforts enabled authorities to apprehend the attacker and his accomplices within days. The commander-in-chief of the Guyanese armed forces reassured citizens that security forces are working tirelessly to ensure the safety of the country. Guyana Fire Service expands capacity with 91 newly trained firefighters. The Guyana Fire Service, GFS, has significantly enhanced its firefighting capacity with the graduation of 91 newly trained firefighters, further bolstering the country's safety and emergency response capabilities. The new recruits, comprising 19 females and 72 males, completed 3 months of intensive training at the Leonora Training Center on the west coast of Demerara, bringing the total number of firefighting ranks to 1,029. During the graduation ceremony for batch number 1 of 2025, Minister of Home Affairs Wonaj Walrond commended the new firefighters for their exceptional commitment and perseverance throughout their training. Today's ceremony represents months of rigorous training, sacrifice, and determination. It is the culmination of an intensive course that tested not only your physical endurance but also your discipline, teamwork, and integrity. You have met that challenge with distinction and are now ready to serve with confidence, professionalism, and pride, Minister Walrond said. The training program included both theoretical and practical components, covering essential skills such as pump operations, live firefighting exercises, and emergency response techniques. Recruits also learned about the history and structure of the GFS, control room operations, radio communication, water supply management, and hydrant operations. To pass, recruits were required to complete a written examination and achieve a minimum score of 50%. Minister Walrond highlighted the importance of transforming the service's framework to further strengthen national safety, security, and emergency response systems across Guyana. She reiterated the government's commitment to the fire service's 5-year strategic plan, which aims to align operations with international standards and ensure continuous improvement in training and emergency management. Significant milestones under this plan include the construction of 6 new fire stations and upgrades to existing facilities to improve coverage and response times. The deployment of 40 rapid intervention vehicles across all administrative regions has also been a key development. Additionally, a new fire station is currently being constructed in Purika to support the Leonora Fire Station and reduce response times in Region 3. The government has also acquired Bronto skylifts to enhance high-rise firefighting capabilities. Guyana is the only country in the Caribbean with these modern assets. We are also the only country in this region to have a fireboat, with another one expected to arrive before the end of the year, the minister noted. Firefighters will also have access to international training programs in specialized areas such as hazardous materials response, airport firefighting, and fire investigation. Furthermore, A digital dispatch system and interstation connectivity are being integrated into the GFS to enhance coordination and efficiency across regions. These developments mark a significant step forward in strengthening the Guyana Fire Service's ability to respond effectively to emergencies and ensure the safety of citizens.